Hello and welcome to episode number 3 of Father's Refuge podcast. Today I'm going to read an article called Walking in Grief Year 1. I come from the great state of Texas, the Lone Star State, where highways stretch endlessly across flatlands. One television commercial that's etched in my memory goes like this. How long has it been since you've had a bowl of Wolf Brand chili? Well, neighbor, that's entirely too long. Wolf Brand chili is one of those Texas staples that's hard to find anywhere else. My wife and I miss many things about Texas, the chili, authentic Mexican cooking, and a soft drink called Big Red. We've been gone since August of 1997. While I don't miss the big city living of Houston, we certainly miss the people and the flavors of home. What I don't miss are the traffic jams, the heat and humidity, the constant sirens, and the relentless pace of a city that never sleeps. As a father walking through the grief process, I've come to realize there are things I miss about our Jessica, and things I don't. These memories are part of the daily and weekly emotional terrain I navigate. I don't miss the frequent visits to MUSC's radiology and oncology departments. I don't miss the quarterly checkups, sitting for hours while a parade of professionals enter the room with clipboards and repeated questions. I don't miss feeling like a goldfish in a bowl, observed, studied, pitied. I don't miss the struggle to find parking or the knowing glances from other parents as we wheel Jessica through the hospital corridors, her hat covering a hairless head. I don't miss the helplessness of watching her energy fade as she lay on the couch, wishing she could play outside. But I do miss her voice saying, "Oh, Daddy," when I'd say something silly or burp unexpectedly. I miss her radiant smile that lit up the room and lifted my spirits, even in her final months. I miss her hugs, her courage, and her determination to live despite the treatments. I miss the postcards from chemo angels and the letters from parents who reminded us that we weren't alone. I miss watching her interact with our church family, being wheeled from the sanctuary to the fellowship hall or helped out of the car with grace and care. These memories feel as fresh as yesterday. The pain hasn't dulled. I remember the joy and the sorrow equally. As one day melts into the next, I realize this journey of learning to live without Jessica will be long. Healing will come slowly, mostly from within. And on the days we're too weary to cry out, God will have to reach down and do the healing for us. Unlike Texas, where we can return and relive what we miss, we won't hear Jessica's laugh or feel her affection again in this life. But we hold on to the hope that she is with the Lord, and that we'll see her again when our time here is done. My heart's desire is to be the father my other children need, despite the loss. I want to walk through this grief without tearing apart the family we still have. I want to be the husband and confidant my wife needs. I want to share my journey so that others, men especially, can be better equipped to face their own grief. That's why I started Father's Refuge, to connect with men learning to live with loss. I want them to know it's okay to talk about pain. Men are not exempt from grief. We often try to hold it all in, to appear strong. But pain will surface. How it surfaces and how we walk through it will shape our relationships with our wives, children, co-workers, and friends. If you're a wife, mother, or relative of a grieving man, know this: he is not okay. Life is not back to normal. He may look fine, but trust me, he's not. Gently reach out. You don't need the right words. Just let him know you care. Sometimes simply listening makes all the difference. If I can help someone find refuge in their storm, please reach out via email at FathersRefuge@proton.me. Common spelling, FathersRefuge@proton.me. I want to be healed, and I want to pass that healing on to other men who need a brother and a friend who understands. That's what Father's Refuge is all about. Thank you for the privilege of your time. Thank you for listening to episode number 3. If this resonates with you, or if you know somebody that's walking through the grief of loss and losing a child to childhood cancer or other terminal illnesses, feel free to pass this along to them and have them write me at FathersRefuge@proton.me. All right, everybody have a nice day. Thank you. Bye-bye.